here at the City of Armadale Multicultural Festival and looking into the history of the Maori people of New Zealand, the meaning of their tattoos, their song and their culture, and how they are using this to impact the life of their upcoming generation.
For a lot of us living in Australia, it's very important, and we teach our children so that when we go home, they know the protocol. And for my tamoko kauai, for me it's my birthright. I'm the firstborn daughter of the firstborn son. It goes down the line like that, and you have to have permission and prepare and everything like that to have it done. And when I had it done, I had all my family and friends around me praying and chanting and singing. And so the tamoko artist or tattoo artist came over from New Zealand, and I had it done here in Australia in 2014. I'm from Ngā Ruahine in Taranaki, which is on the west coast of New Zealand.
What we're finding is a lot of us are staying here for more than 10 or so years, so we're actually growing families in Australia. So at some point in time, us as New Zealanders, have to have some sort of responsibilities towards our communities, and that's what Pakiwaitara is all about. Through our work for the last three years that we've been doing here in Armadale with Art versus Depression, we're getting a lot of stories of suicide, domestic violence, homelessness, depression, anxieties, bullying in schools and workplaces. A lot of these things are coming through the stories we're getting. This particular piece here is called Te Hikoitanga, which is journey. All the struggle and adversity when they're living in the streets of Perth. This piece here is called Mana Wahine, which means female empowerment. It's the story of a grandmother, a mother, a sister, auntie, and her difficulty losing loved ones. This piece here is called Kia Maia, which is courage. And it speaks to this brother's journey from growing up in a gang family community in South Auckland, New Zealand, and him being able to turn his back on that whole culture of violence.
The Harrisdale Piara Waters area, which is on the western boundaries of the city of Armadale, we have a huge migrant population. About 46% of people are migrants, and about 30% are coming from non-English speaking backgrounds. It's a tremendous atmosphere. It's really exciting, and it's great to see all the different families and children and elders coming together. And there's a lot of respect for the Indigenous elders and the Indigenous community on the land on which we're gathered. It's just a really vibrant, exciting, harmonious atmosphere.
What we've got here is some of our wahine, our ladies that are actually teaching some of our community about poi, which is a Maori performance instrument. In the old days, men used to twirl these around for dexterity, so that when they wield their weapons in combat, their wrists were supple and able to wield the weapon correctly. But nowadays, our ladies use them for performances and cultural dances. But that's the poi. Obviously, most of us Kiwi-born come to Australia because of income. We come here to work in the mines. In terms of us living in a place like Australia, we think it's a beautiful place. But there's not many platforms that we've been able to create for ourselves to actually lean into our communities. Because we see Australia in terms of transit. We come here, make our money and go home. It's about trying to engage our Maori community to really come down into their local areas and lean into community spirit. We're trying to really put a lot of those social issues on the table, in the open.
And I am Tony ETC for On The Current.